Hello tipsters and tricksters, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another vintage tips and tricks video. My name is Bea, I am a vintage glamour enthusiast and musician. I make vintage beauty and style videos with a little bit of sustainability, veganism and lifestyle thrown in for good measure. So if that sounds like your jam, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when my videos come out. Today I'm going to do a simple get ready with me holiday festive look. It is this look here. I thought I would give you a little sneak preview, so I'm not going to blather on any further because it's going to be a chatty video, so let's get on into it.
What have you got if you haven't got love?
Okay, so I don't have like a particular look planned. I just felt like doing something Christmassy. I'm about to shoot another video that you guys might get before or after this. It really depends on how much editing each of these is going to take. I'll put out the one that takes the longest second. So I'm doing my makeup for that video and my hair, and I'll probably go maybe like gold colors, something festive. I've been reluctant to say Christmassy this year. I think I probably just said it before, but I want to say festive because I don't want anyone who doesn't celebrate Christmas to feel left out. It's just, you know, the season of parties and celebration and New Year's and all of those things. So I'm going to go down that direction. So it's something that you could do regardless of how you celebrate or don't celebrate this time of year. Lately, I haven't been doing foundation. I've just been doing concealer, and I've been liking that because it's just not so heavy on my skin. I have quite sensitive skin and I've been really battling with eczema for the past year. So yeah, I've been going for much lighter coverage. Now, I thought I would chat about what I'm going to be doing for the silly season, and I would love to hear down below what you guys are going to get up to, if you do or don't celebrate it, what this time of year means to you. I like this kind of stuff where I have a chance to find out a bit more about you guys, the people that follow me, so please feel free to share it down below. My plans this silly season are actually pretty quiet. I've already done my celebrating, really. My lovely friends Rachel and Eric, whom you've seen many times on this channel, had a little early Christmas celebration with me and Tuppence a Penny and her husband the other weekend because Rachel and Eric are going away. They're going back home to Alaska for Christmas and I'm going to be house sitting for them. They have a new cat in their life. You may have seen that if you do follow Eric's channel. So I'm going to be looking after the cat and hopefully getting the cat and Louie to get along. We shall see how that goes. It's not too bad so far, except that obviously I don't live there, and so Louie only sees Samwise, their cat, occasionally, and so obviously every time we see him he gets very excited and he barks, which, you know, as any cat will do, he runs away when that happens. So we're trying to encourage Louie to remain calm, but I think it will actually be easier when I'm there, more so than me just visiting. I think they're going to need time to get used to each other. And hey, if any of you guys have gone through that process, I would love to hear what you did and how it went. Actually, having said I'm not doing full coverage, my skin is very blotchy today, so I think I will actually do full coverage. I'm gonna put all the products that I use down below in the description. I did have a comment a while ago, actually a couple of comments over the last couple of years on videos where I didn't show the products because I was busy talking, and people actually said they liked that because it didn't feel like I was advertising to them. So I'm going to continue that. You can see exactly what I use in the description, but I'm not going to stop and show you the products in the video because A, I'm not getting paid by the brands to show you them, and B, it just slows down the video and it seems very much like I'm pushing products on you. So you can use whatever makeup products you like, and I'm just going to tell you the colors that I'm using, and then you can choose your brands or you can look down below to see what I use. So yes, Christmas is going to be me and a dog and a cat. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. I did, after I said I would house sit, get a Christmas invitation, but Rachel and Eric have been such beautiful, generous friends that I wouldn't want to let them down like that. And part of me is actually looking forward to the fact that I'm going to be alone this Christmas. I can do whatever I want. I can celebrate as much or as little as I like, and I can have minimal stress over the whole thing because the only person that's going to be enjoying the meal is me. So I'm looking forward to that. I might just, you know, eat what I want to eat and watch some Christmas movies and cuddle cats and dogs. Because I know my future holidays, like as soon as I can go back to Australia, I will go back for a Christmas for sure, because I know my family is dying to see me for a Christmas. If I'm not spending it there, I will be spending it with other people over this side of the world. So yes, plenty of Christmas opportunities in the future, so it should be nice to actually have a quiet one. Do any of you guys spend Christmas by yourselves, or are you having to spend Christmas by yourselves because of circumstances? And what are you going to do to celebrate even though you're by yourself? Are you going to keep low key, or are you going to really pamper yourself? I would love to hear. So I think some of the things that I'm going to make for Christmas will be pain d'épices, which is a spice bread or like a gingerbread. It's more like the consistency of a banana bread, but it's made with traditionally with honey and spices like cinnamon and nutmeg and clove, but I will be making it with maple syrup and then cinnamon, nutmeg and clove. You might have seen in a previous last year's Christmas video, I think Val made a vegan pain d'épices, so I will be making that recipe. I'll have to get that from him and his mum. And I'll be making my faux gras, which I also made last year. I put this way too low on this side, I think. Yeah, I really love those two recipes, and maybe like some sort of Wellington or something. And I'll buy some vegan cheeses. And yeah, just like have, you know, some bits and pieces. And if I don't eat things on Christmas Eve, I'll eat them on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, you know. But I'll also just sort of play it by ear. Like I'll have a plan for some recipes, but if I don't get to them, I don't get to them. Something I do want to make though, I always wanted to make mulled wine, but the other day, Charlotte Tuppence Penny's husband, Will, he made mulled cider. And I didn't realize in the US that cider is non-alcoholic. It means it's apple juice, right? Or it's like basically apple juice. I think it's a different process or something. But yeah, to me, cider is an alcoholic apple-based beverage, and apparently mulled cider is mulled or spiced and warmed apple juice. So that's really cool, and it was freaking delicious. We did actually add some alcohol to it, but it was very, very yummy, and I think I might try and recreate that, or maybe I'll try and find like a vintage recipe. I would like to try and make some vintage Christmas recipes. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like me to share them as videos where I try traditional vintage Christmas recipes. They won't be the scary recipes like I've done before. I want to try and make something I'm actually going to enjoy. So you guys might actually enjoy them as well. Or if you can suggest any, feel free to DM me the links to like some, or like send me photos of some great vintage recipes for Christmas time that you know. I'm always down for that. So hopefully I hear from some of you. So yeah, they're my sort of Christmas go-to. I really like pain d'épices, and I always make some sort of like Wellington sort of thing in place of a roast. I may or may not make a vegan ice cream pudding, which is what my mum used to make when I was young. It's just like such a thing that I love doing, and ever since she did it, I think she did that when I was about like 11 years old, and it was just so good because obviously Christmas time in Australia is really hot. So I might think about doing that because I don't have a Christmas pudding and I don't have the energy really to make a Christmas pudding. And I know there's a really good vanilla ice cream available now that's not too expensive. So maybe I will make an ice cream Christmas pudding as well. But I would love to know what you guys love to eat at Christmas time. What is your go-to meal, or does your culture have a particular sort of feast that you have? Or again, if you're not Christian or you don't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate something else, what do you guys eat as part of that? I would love to hear. Your girl really needs to pluck her eyebrows. Like, it's bad, guys. But you know what? I've been really busy and it's just not a priority. When I was a kid, I used to split my time with my parents for Christmas. So I would spend Christmas Eve with my dad and Christmas Day with my mum, which I think happened ever since I was 7. That was when my parents split up, when I was 7, but I think it sort of was always that way. That was really nice. We actually had like a real routine going. My dad and I used to do like a dinner and like stay up late, and we put the Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve together. So that was like our activity for Christmas. And we would always eat a meal that included some salami, some pickled onions, some gherkins, and cheese, because we both really liked those things. And we would eat other things as well, of course, but it always included that. And do our gift exchange and stuff on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day in the morning, I would go to church with my mum. It was the only day of the year that we would go to church. Then we would go and have breakfast at my grandma's house, and my grandma was a huge fan of dessert, and so breakfast was dessert. It was trifle with ice cream, champagne and strawberries for the adults, and sometimes there would be like cream puffs or jelly and stuff like that, but usually it was trifle and then strawberries and cream for people who didn't want a full-blown trifle for breakfast. I remember as a kid just thinking that was the coolest thing ever. So she was my stepmom's mum, So I met her when I was 7 years old and just thought that was the best thing ever. Like I couldn't believe that we were having dessert for breakfast. And then we would have like a traditional Christmas lunch, which involved like roast beef, roast pork, roast chicken, roast vegetables, and then we'd have another lot of dessert, including trifle and pudding and cream puffs and pavlova and all this other stuff as well, which was crazy. It was really great, but also it was a lot because obviously it's summertime in Australia, and yeah, eating a full hot Christmas lunch, which heated up the house, and then of course you're very full, was a lot at Christmas. But that's what we used to do. Any other Aussies out there have a full hot Christmas lunch? I know a lot of people do seafood or they do like a beach barbecue, but that was how we celebrated. And then when I met Val, I discovered French Christmas, and French Christmas you celebrate on Christmas Eve like many European countries, and you eat again on Christmas Day, but the big celebration is Christmas Eve and then past midnight. So now my tradition with my dad doesn't seem so unusual. It's like I got prepped for the double celebration, if you know what I mean. It's weird how life works out, isn't it? When do you guys celebrate? Do you celebrate Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or are you like me where you come from sort of families where you're visiting different people at different parts of Christmas? Tell me. I've tried to sort of think out of the box for Christmas gifts this year. It's hard, I can't really talk about it because obviously then the people who get the gifts are going to know what they are, but how can I say this? I've tried to pick gifts that encourage people to do things together rather than kind of consumerist gifts, if that makes sense. I'm just a bit over the whole consumerism, you know, like holidays being focused around consumerism, because then it means the holiday isn't really about what it's about. It's about shopping, and like brands are kind of controlling us and it's a big conspiracy. Didn't mean that to go really dark, but you know what I mean? Like I like holidays like Christmas to be about spending time with people and giving people gifts of something that they either really want and have been saying that they really want for a long time, or that you can do with them next time you see them, or they can do with other friends next time they see them, etc. So that's been my aim for this year, is to like take a different approach to gift giving. I also thought about making gifts, but I will be going for a trip to Malta in 2 days time for a week, and then I'll be away at Rachel and Eric's over Christmas, and so I just think like it just became too difficult over December to find the time to make gifts, but I really wanted to do that. I was thinking about making vegan meringue kisses and stuff like that, but yeah, that didn't happen. I just feel like there's so many wonderful gifts, like crochet gifts or like handmade gifts, even the little glass bell dome or bell jar installation or like decoration that I made last year. Things like that I think make really, really nice gifts. Or if you make your own pickles and stuff like that. I always really enjoy getting gifts, like if people hand make pickles or foods, you know, jarred foods that last a long time. I'm totally into that. Like I would never feel like somebody didn't get me a good present because they gave me that. I would be like, yes, please. I'm just going in with a nude color on my lid. Just to give myself a little simple base. For a little while there, I fell out of love with doing my hair and makeup. It wasn't so much that I didn't enjoy doing my hair and makeup, it was more that I just didn't have the energy. Like, I wasn't going anywhere, I was working from home, and I just like, I really got into it for a little while, and then it was like I overdid it, and I just, you know, wanted to put sports gear on and loll around again. I think it's also the onset of the cold weather. Like, I think I was feeling it a bit more in the brief period of warmth that we had in the UK this year. It was super brief, and I got really motivated to do makeup looks. I haven't been super motivated to do hair looks this year, so I will get back into that. Also, my hair is getting a bit longer, so I can do a bit more with it. Every time I cut it short, I enjoy it from a personal point of view, but from a coming up with creative ideas for YouTube point of view, it's a little bit trickier. What colors are we going to go for? I'm thinking maybe green and silver. I think I've done green and gold before, but I haven't done green and silver, so maybe I'll try that. I'm gonna go into a mid-green color and wash it over the crease area of my eye. I think this is probably gonna be quite a dramatic look. Then I'm going to go into a darker green color. I'm just going to go into the outer corner. Probably shouldn't have gone in with that nude color now that I've decided to do silver, but I will go over it, I suppose. I mean, at least it's pretty close to my skin color. Okay, so something like that, and I think this green shade on the outside goes quite nicely with my jacket, which is good. All right, I'm gonna work on the inner corner. We need something very appropriately silvery. Whoa, power is flickering on and off. There is a really big storm going on outside. It's a little bit cray-cray. All right, so I'm spritzing my brush and going into a silvery shade. It's like a gray shimmery shade. And I'm going to go over this lid with that and up on the inside here. I'm not sure how much I'm feeling this, but I've done it now. I'm also just wiping the excess off onto my brow. This looks pretty weird actually, but let's see how it looks once I put the pale glittery color on. Might not be a makeup look that I'm absolutely love, but it's happening. Not everything turns out well. I seem to have drips coming from my ceiling. I hope there hasn't been damage to the roof during the storm, because there was some crazy things flying around outside before, like it was kind of hurricaney out there. Okay, I mean, it's interesting. I'm gonna put some green underneath my eye, and I'm going to put a shimmery shade over the silver to pale it out a bit and make it a bit more sparkly. I hear things dripping and I'm getting worried. Truly, truly, truly. I do not want things leaking everywhere and ruining my stuff, because I live in a shepherd's hut and you cannot get insurance for a shepherd's hut because it's a fire risk. Fun fact, folks. So I live in perpetual fear of losing all my belongings. See how I feel about this as we go along. I'm gonna check this dripping situation because I'm actually starting to really worry. Okay, it's condensation dripping off the door onto another part of the door. Not too bad. I feel much better now. I was genuinely really worried. Okay, so let's try and get this pale shimmery color happening. I'm gonna do this with my finger. It is a really like sparkly, iridescent sort of glitter eyeshadow that you guys probably can't really see. I mean, again, it's not the best makeup look I've ever done, but I think I'll keep the sparkly on the inside. I have another shade that's iridescent that I'll put on my brow. Oh, I don't mind that. I'm gonna do that actually. I'm going in with like an iridescent pale green color onto my brow bone. And I'm liking that better. Just getting rid of the gray shade. Actually, don't mind how this has turned out in the end. I'm going to go in with a liner. I think what I might do is go in with a charcoal gray rather than a black. So I'm going to take a thin pencil brush, give it plenty of spritz so it's nice and wet, and I'm going to dip it into a charcoal color eyeshadow and use that to do my liner. And I do, just for my eye shape, always prefer to go into the very corner. Again, that's just what works for me and my eye shape, and I keep my liner on my top lid pretty thin. And then I've just gone out into a wing, and I'm gonna repeat on the other side. And my favorite thing to do has always been the like Marilyn style shadow on the bottom lash. So I'm gonna go in with that. I do this in a lot of my tutorials and I'm fine with it. So I just go like along the bottom quarter of my eye, and then just before I meet the gap, I leave a gap between the corner of my eye, so I've got a gap between the top and bottom lashes, and then I just draw down like so. I'm going to put some falsies on, and then I'm going to come back and get on with the lipstick. Okay, so I have my falsies on. I don't want to go a nude lip color because I feel like I've done that a lot. I've done like the green and nude color before, but I think red would be a little bit cliche and a little bit full on. So I'm gonna go in with a pink lip liner, and I'm gonna go over it with a gold gloss. That is the plan. Let's see how it goes. This lip liner is like a fuchsia pink color, which is kind of, my nails are more on the red side of a fuchsia pink, but they're like a sparkly fuchsia pink color. So hopefully this will go well. I have so much makeup on my hands today. Lots of lids have come off in my makeup bag, and so everything has like bits of other makeup on it. It was treacherous getting things out of my makeup bag today. This is a very creamy lip liner. Not quite what I was expecting, but let's see how it turns out. I never really talk when I do my lip gloss or my lips, because obviously it's really quite difficult. But then you guys don't really get to see what I did. So I'm just coloring in my whole lip with the lip pencil. Obviously you could just use a pink lipstick as well, but I'm coloring in my whole lip. Oh, I think I might actually have a pink lipstick. I think I bought one. Let's see. I'm pretty sure somewhere in here I have a pink lipstick actually. Yes, okay. It's a little bit paler, but it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna blot this and then pop some glittery gloss over the top. I remember now, I did have a pink one. I had to throw it away at the airport. Anyway, so I'm going in with like as pale a gold one as I possibly can so that it's not too obviously gold, because obviously I did silver on my eyes. It'd be better if it was a pink gloss, but yeah, that's gone. So wasteful. It's not too bad. You can't really tell that it's gold. Okay, so that is the makeup done. Let's get on with the hair. Rather than boring you guys with the process of taking my curlers out, I'm just gonna take them out. Just so you know, these front ones are rolled down towards my face and everything else is just rolled down towards my hairline. I've taken these out. I'm just gonna give it a brush through. Oops. I have a roller left in. I have my mirror here, so I'm not gonna be looking at you guys. Sorry. Hair is very curly, so I might actually do like a 40s style thing maybe. Like I said, I didn't have a plan for today. It is voluminous enough. I probably don't need to do any teasing actually. It's something I like about twisty rollers or bendy rollers. So I'm just gonna split it down here. Do you guys get dressed up for festivities around this time of year, or are you a be comfy in gym jams kind of household? Because I know some people do that, like some people like to be really relaxed at Christmas time. So basically just leaving the curls alone and splitting the hair down the sides, giving it a wee bit of a tease apart from this middle section here. So it's just this side bit that I'm teasing. Smoothing the outside of it, flipping the curly bits forward and pinning it to give it a little bit of volume. And then I shall try and comb these bits out a bit so they have some shape to them. Oh, I like that. Ooh. So I'm gonna try and keep that exactly how it is because I really like this bit here. How am I gonna keep this together? Nice one. See, sometimes it doesn't take very much work to get it to, you know, do something interesting. And as always, spray the shit out of it whenever it's in a good spot. Let's work on this upper section. Try really hard not to catch any of this. Cute. So let's pin those in place, hopefully without moving too much. This whole top section I'm pretty happy with, so I'm just gonna leave it like that and work on the back. Oh, I have one bit here that hasn't been done yet. Let's work on this side section. I like how curly they are, but it's just a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna brush it out a little bit. The other thing I like about these curly 1940s hairstyles is if you are going to be taking clothing on and off for shoots and things, the curls can withstand a bit of brutalness provided you put enough hairspray on. Obviously, because it's curly and not straight or brushed out into a page boy, if you accidentally change the hairstyle a little bit while you're getting changed, it's not the end of the world, you know? Completely gash yourself with hairspray, that's really important. And I always say anything that you can't get into place by brushing, you can get into place with hairspray. Just glue it down. This hairspray is terrible, by the way, so no, I'm not gonna tell you the brand because don't buy it. Clearly it's not doing the job because I keep trying to get it to set my hair and it's not really doing it. It's just making it wet, which is annoying. So I'm gonna try and pin some sections down. You can also, of course, just put a hairnet on. I am not doing that simply because my hairnets are all really stretched out. So they're not going to look great. Hopefully that looks okay at the back. I have a feeling there's some bits sticking out, but you know, c'est la vie. Kind of always the case on my channel. But that's the finished look for the hair. I bet you there's some bits that need brushing and stuff at the back there, but you know, I'm gonna be doing a video on a photo shoot, so no one's gonna see. Lazy. I definitely need to put some jewelry on. I will be back with jewelry on. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put some silver atomic bow and crossbones earrings on to go with my makeup. Cute. So guys, that is the finished look. I hope you like it. I'm going to get on with filming this next video now for you guys, which will be the What Katie Did unboxing. I think that's probably gonna come out before this one, considering how long it took me to do this. So I imagine the editing is gonna be long for this video. But yes, I'm gonna cut it short and sweet. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come and follow me on my Instagram. Check out my Patreon, it is linked down below for more vintage tips and tricks, extra content, Zoom live meetups, and more. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.